This is 11.682, and we're going to take that idea of area of polygons, so anything with sides, and we're going to keep going with that today, except we're going to take away one measure, so we're going to have to work a little harder to be able to use our equation. The formula for any kind of n-gon, so this octagon or that heptagon, is 1/2 ANS. So I've got 1/2 apothem, number of sides, side length. Number of sides everybody can do. I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Side length they actually gave me, so I know the length is 3. And then I need apothem, so you need to be really careful when looking at anything inside the circle. This one is going to a vertex. That makes it a radius. An apothem goes to the middle of a side. So this is our apothem, and I don't know that. I'm actually going to take that triangle and just kind of draw it right here so I can make it a little bigger so I can write in it. I need apothem, that's right there. I have 3.92 right here. And then this is the side of that hexagon, which we know to be 3. I'm using half of that, so that makes this 1.5. So I'm going to use my Pythagorean's theorem, and I'm going to say 3.92 squared equals 1.5 squared and a squared. So I'm going to do my 3.92 squared. I'm going to do my 1.5 squared and a squared. So I'm going to subtract that over. And then my last move to solve for a is to square root both sides. So we're going to square root that answer. And I get about 3.62. So my apothem is about 3.62. I'm going to drop that in there. And then we're going to type all that in. So 1/2. And then we've got our, times 3.62. We've got our 8, and we've got our 3. So our area is about 43.44. And centimeters squared. Let's try that all again. So I'm going to do area equals 1/2 ANS. Number of sides is what everybody can count. So I'm going to start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. Side length I don't have. I don't have anything on the outside. Apothem I do have this time, where the 90 is, the segment that goes to the middle of the side. So that's 2.5. What I need is this side length right here. Again, we have our triangle. We're going to do Pythagorean's theorem. Just going to draw it off to the side here. I got a 2.77. I have a 2.5, and I'm looking for this. So let's set up Pythags. We'll have 2.77 squared equals 2.5 squared and x squared. So 2.77 squared gives me 76729. 2.5 squared is 6.25. We'll subtract that over. Gives me about 1.4229. And my last thing I have to do is square root both sides. So we'll square root that whole number. And I get about 1 point, sorry about that, that's just a mess now, 1.193, we'll say. That is not my side length, that is not my side length. That is just this part. So to figure out my side length, I actually have to times that by 2. So my side length is 2.39. So this is an easy mistake to make on the test. When you're doing Pythags, you kind of get excited because you got an answer. And lots of times kids will forget to double it, or conversely, they'll forget to cut it in half to use it for your triangle. So just watch for that. Now let's actually find the area. So I've got 1/2, 2.5 times 7 sides times my side length, which is 2.39. And my area is about 20.91. I don't have any labels, so units squared. So today in all the problems you're going to have, you're only going to get 2 numbers, and you're going to be using Pythags to figure out the third.